Warning: this program is intended for adults of legal drinking age. Whiskey is consumed in disgust. The intent is to educate our palates on the differences of whiskey flavors and not an intent to get drunk. Please drink responsibly.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to I Fucking Love Whiskey. My name's Andrew Pierce, and you know what? It's a secret. I'm going to tell it to you right now. I fucking love whiskey.
What?
I'm with my co-host, Mr. Joseph Limbaugh.
Hey, I'm going to piggyback right on that, and I'm going to say I also fucking love whiskey. And we have an amazing guest, Mr. Brian Breiter, who is an amazing improviser and an amazing lawyer. If you need a lawyer, check out his law firm because I would send anyone to him. He's great. He's a great lawyer and an amazing improviser. Very funny, awesome, talented guy. We're lucky to have him on the show.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I've known him for a long time.
I don't drink a lot of whiskey, so I don't know how I feel about it yet.
Okay, well, this is going to be a great experiment to try some things out, see what you feel.
Yeah,
I like all the hype though. I mean, you guys have set the bar very high.
We're not. Well, there's no gray area about how we feel about whiskey.
No,
It's
yeah.
pretty clear.
Unequivocal, I think. I don't think you can argue with it.
Yeah.
Well, thanks for having me, guys.
Well, really appreciate it. I've titled this episode JurisWhisky because
We'll find out what the verdict is. Dun dun.
that's actually right.
Jerry, we'll have to do it all over again.
Before we start, I do want to say one thing to those who have joined us. I'll repeat it later in the show. But if a hype train happens on the show, you can tell me to shave off any part of my beard that you want in the chat. So I got a razor right there, ready to go. Hype train happens, boom, you know what's going to happen. Next, let's open up the first bottle here and have a little sip of the Edradour 12-year-old or 10-year-old. Edradour.
I don't think I've had Edradour before.
You may not have. It's a small distillery. It's one of the most beatific distilleries in Scotland. It's got these little white cottages and little water wheels and bridges going over the waterway. It's really quaint. And it's a sherry cask, Oloroso sherry cask finish that sat in for those 10 years.
Ooh.
Got a beautiful color.
Yeah, it does.
I have my frog servant here who's
yes. Yeah. Does the frog servant have a name?
yes, Mr. Toad. He's not even a frog.
Yeah.
He's
Hey, these days you can be whatever you want to be.
That's true.
I like his wild red.
Yes. He's got some bird poop on him though. He's been out here for a while. Smells nice. Beautiful.
Yeah.
color.
Oh yeah.
I definitely smell that sherry cask.
What they would call in Scotland sultanas, or we'd call raisins.
Well, that's interesting. They call them sultanas? Sultanas?
Yeah, sultanas. I think it's a larger raisin. I don't. It's
someone in chat will certainly look that up and tell us.
The tipsy asparagus. Hey, the tipsy asparagus. They probably know it off the top of their head.
Yummy.
Find out.
Smells good.
Let's go in.
My God, that's so good.
My goodness. I expected it to be sweeter than that.
Yeah,
that is such a... I love it, but that is like, I feel like I'm drinking like wood, like mahogany or something. Like it's savory, but in like a very like you're drinking wood. Like the oak is there. Like it tastes like this. This is the oakiest whiskey I think I've ever had.
My tongue, I just got a splinter from my tongue. But no, it has a beautiful taste.
Yeah.
And
Almost tobacco in there.
Yeah. Oh yeah. This to me, this is like pirate whiskey. Like if I was going to build a house in this house is on a ship, a pirate ship somewhere in the Caribbean, I think. And there's a pirate that smokes cigars. And he doesn't like rum.
No.
I'm going to say she doesn't like rum. She smokes cigars.
It's her, yes.
Yeah.
This is so silky smooth when it went on my tongue. And thick.
Yeah, it sticks around afterwards for a long time. Like it's still kind of coating my mouth and my tongue.
Yeah, this must not be, what is it, chill filtered, right? Or it is chill filtered. It's not chill filtered.
It's probably not chill filtered.
Because it has to me that oily sort of. Wow. Then the taste is so different than the smell. Like I was expecting more of a candy store, and when you taste it, there was none of that.
I'm going to see what taste jumps right out.
They don't state it.
That would be my guess. Wow. And it's got some heat to it for like...
For just what 43%? Yeah.
Spicy on my tongue. But yummy, yummy, yummy. Very nice taste.
So we did a warm up beforehand, and you can see that this is a very different experience from that.
Oh, that stuff. The other stuff was like hobo whiskey. This is refined gentleman whiskey.
It is true. It is true. Yeah. In case anybody's wondering, our warm up was House of Stewart. So
speaking of JurisWhisky, you know how much more fun it would be to do a trial with all the jurors drinking whiskey? Like,
I'm not sure you can.
Oh my God. You just Brian, you just pitched an amazing reality show.
12 drunken men.
It's Drunk Justice. It's basically like Judge Judy, but everybody has to be drunk. And the verdict is like, a verdict is a verdict. Like I would watch that.
We're doing it right now.
Yeah.
It's copyright.
Yeah. Well, we don't get drunk on this show.
But the first one will be a real case, murder trial.
Something with stakes. Something with a lot of stakes. Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah.
Or like jaywalking for the first one. It's either jaywalking or murder.
Jaywalking may be better.
The Tipsy Asparagus says you just solved the issue of people never wanting to do jury duty. Yeah.
It suddenly changed.
There should just be a bar there.
You'll line up the door. Yep.
There would be so many horrible judgments.
By the way,
I love you, man. I'm going to let you go free. I'm pretty sure you did it, but I love you.
He seems like he's sincere and like a good person.
The judge starts crying.
The guy he killed seems like a real dickhole and probably had it coming. I like this a lot. I wonder, like, what are we doing? Are we sciencing this?
Absolutely, we have to. We have science.
How many drops? What's appropriate?
I generally start with one because you can never take it out, but you can always put more in.
That's true.
And the character of the whiskey can change even just with a single drop.
There, did it.
One drop.
Ooh, I like what it does to the nose. It kind of makes the nose more savory as opposed to that sweetness that I thought. Like the nose smells like sawdust, like delightful sawdust.
And the taste, to me, it resolves from being just wood and tobacco to almost being a chocolate. It almost comes together.
I haven't tasted it yet.
Oh wow, that's yummier.
But I do want to say, like, the smell of sawdust reminds me of there's like this amusement park near Portland called the Enchanted Forest, and that place always smelled like sawdust. But also, like, I feel like Frontier Town in Disneyland used to have more sawdust. Like used to smell like sawdust. Maybe I'm misremembering, but
there's a whole festival. It's called the Sawdust Festival in Orange County.
Really? I don't know about that.
Yeah, that's true. It's called the Sawdust Festival.
I believe you. I've never been to the Sawdust Festival. I'm just like, because the thing about like whiskey is the nostalgic connection. Like, so the Enchanted Forest and then Frontierland is what I'm connecting with.
And I think in the nose, that's what happens. Is it's so associated. The aromas are so associated with memory.
Oh yeah, you're right. That gets real chocolatey and smooth and kind of sweet.
Yeah, that like it in the nose comes out.
Wow.
It's funny that you say that it triggers memories, because I just did a case right when the pandemic was hitting, and I was one of the last verdicts out of LA about a man who lost his smell and taste. Smell and taste. He was poisoned by Terminex, the company Terminex, and lost his smell and taste completely. And our theme was that your memories are built from generally smells and tastes. Like the scene in Ratatouille, where he's eating the ratatouille and he gets transported back to his childhood.
Yeah.
But for me, this is my first taste of whiskey, so it's my first memory. So in a few years when I drink this, I'm going to remember this moment.
Right.
But it reminded you of the Sawdust Festival in Orange County, so.
Only because you said sawdust.
It doesn't have to be direct the way the chain of memories happen. It can be triggered anyway.
Yeah.
This is just very good.
Yeah, I really like it.
Oh, that's really nice. Wow, is that
Now I can finally drink the scotch that's in my liquor cabinet.
what is it?
Yeah, what do you got in there?
I've got like some Johnny Walker, blue and black,
Mm-hmm.
and Chivas. I'm not a whiskey guy.
Right.
I know I have many bottles in there. I'd have to go and look and read them to you.
Well, Johnny Walker is a product of Diageo, a conglomerate that owns like 28 malt distilleries around the world, and they just put everything they want into Johnny Walker, and they just make these distilleries produce stuff just to put in Johnny Walker. And I'm not sure, Tamdhu might be one of them. The Tipsy Asparagus is probably looking this up online to see if any of our lists today, Edradour, Craigellachie, Tamdhu, or Linkwood, are Diageo products. But what I love doing is tasting the individual distilleries and seeing what they produce before it goes into a blend like Johnny Walker. Now, it's not
Diageo owns a lot more than 20.
I thought it was 28 malt distilleries.
They own Bacardi.
Well,
they own Bacardi. Also, Aaron's in the chat. I just want to say, hey, he's going to be
Aaron.
our guest. He's our guest next week, right?
Next week, yeah.
Yeah. He has a migraine, so he's just bopping in to say hello. So feel better, Aaron.
Does whiskey help with headaches or?
Absolutely.
It depends on how you define help. Like, does it help give you headaches or does it help remove them? Little hair, skin of the dog, hair of the dog, tooth of the dog.
Skin of the dog. I think that's correct.
Skin of the dog.
Skin of the dog.
Yeah, that was delicious. I want to drink more of it, but then I'll be shit faced.
Yeah, we got a journey ahead of us. So that was our first one. We're about almost 15 minutes in, so that's good timing.
Yeah, and this is the lowest alcohol content of anything we're having.
Oh, this is
today. So
we're now taking a big giant step up into the 50s from the 40s. So this is going to come in at 56%.
I really like this, and I would say water. Yes, I would say
water. Yes on this.
Yeah, that'd be my verdict.
And it's a low alcohol percentage already, so they've watered it down before they put it in the bottle. So it's a surprise. Like, how does water change it? So this next one, Craigellachie. This is from the heart of Speyside. And it is 22 years old, and it's also from a sherry cask. I don't know if you can tell from the color that it was been aged in a sherry cask. And was it a first fill? No, it's a refill sherry butt that they put it in. One of 243 bottles from a sherry butt. A sherry butt should be 666 bottles. So 22 years, they had a lot of evaporation in that time, a lot of angel share.
And this is from where?
This is from Craigellachie. It's kind of in the heart of Speyside. Just across the river from Craigellachie is the Macallan Distillery, and you've probably heard of that.
Ooh.
It's down the road from Edradour.
Yeah, this once again, that's just sweet, but this is just a nice sweet. It's like a cloud of cotton candy and taffy, or it's such a light sweetness. Oh man, what is that? Look at vanilla. To me, I'm getting like vanilla.
What a surprise.
Yeah.
Right, so pretty much the same process in the previous whiskey went into making this whiskey. Now it's just been aged for 23 years instead of 10. So 13 more years in the barrel. It's maybe not quite as dark as the previous one.
Yeah, it's definitely a little bit lighter.
But this is a refill, and that one was probably a first fill.
Yeah, this smells great. Oh, man. Yeah.
I get like fresh broken twig.
Oh, yeah.
World.
Broken twigs. It's the perfect description.
That's kind of what it is, right?
But I also can smell like to me, this smells like fall leaves, like a pile of leaves, like fall, and just a bit of fireplace in the background.
Now that's my fireplace.
Oh, Diageo doesn't own Bacardi. They own Captain Morgan.
Isn't it Bacardi's Captain Morgan? I don't know. Anyways, Diageo has a lot of things, and most of their product goes directly into their blends. Like Oban on the coast. Like I've never seen a single cask bottling of Oban. It's always a blend.
Is it Oban? I feel like you've said Oban before.
Oban?
I mean,
caramelly.
We're not sticklers for caramel. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I could just this is one of the ones I could just smell this. I could just live in the nose for a while.
Got sweeter as it went to the back of my tongue and then just lived there.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Oh, because it almost turns into like a hard candy at the back of the tongue.
Yeah. Oh my goodness. Yeah, that is sweet, but not overpoweringly sweet. That is such a delicious sweetness. Like it's a candy that, like, it's a hard candy, but one that's not I don't know, that's not overpowering. Oh, that's really good.
Not like your grandma's hard candy. Would you like another ribbon candy, Joseph?
No, Grandma. I don't.
Please.
Just take it. Take what your grandmother offers you. Take it.
Oh, no.
I've seen Coraline. I'll take it because it'll probably save my life in a fairy world where some spider lady is trying to kill me. Take my eyes.
You know, I took my kids to see that when they were like 6 and 5, and they ran out of the theater. And my wife followed
That's
them.
one of my favorite movies. Like, that's probably in my top 3 movies. Like, I love it. And I couldn't believe when I found out that it was like, there's no CG used in it at all. It's completely stop motion entirely. There's no CG in that entire movie.
I think that's true. I think there may be some wire removal or something like that. You know, the little stands when she's in the air, little things. I'm pretty sure I know. And they do animate the face inside a computer and then do prints of the face, you know, 3D printing of the face, so they can just like take off the expression, put on the next expression, take off.
Well, yeah, but then it's still stop motion. Like, they're using, but there's replicas of all those faces. Like, someone used tiny little needles and knitted all of those little sweaters. They were all knitted by someone.
Crazy good.
Yeah.
Here, let's see. I'm looking for there's a new setting on Zoom.
Oh man.
Uh-oh.
What?
This always ends well when someone goes, "Oh, there's a new setting on Zoom."
Yeah, no, that's always
Does it work?
What'd you do? What is it?
I was trying to put button eyes on my face.
I don't see it.
We don't see any button eyes.
Maybe you have it.
Oh, I see a halo. You got a halo.
Oh, okay.
As you put your head down.
Oh, there it is. Okay. Here.
Too cool. Yeah.
But they're still there. We need button eyes for the. Oh no, that's getting too crazy.
Here we go.
Oh, Mom.
I was trying to find the button eyes for Coraline.
Oh, that'd be good for Coraline. I see what you're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Experimenting with filters. This is yummy. Very.
Yeah, and again, if someone's playing the home game, let us know in the chat what you're drinking. We're always interested.
No, those are sunglasses. Yeah, I don't know where the button eyes are. Uh-oh.
Oh, yes.
Yeah.
There you go. That was cool.
And I fucking love whiskey. It was good until this happened. And then suddenly, where's this filter playing?
All right. I'm done looking at filters. Although I do love looking at filters. Who doesn't love playing with filters?
I like filters. I'm not denying it.
Everybody loves it.
I'm just going back to smell this first one.
I'm going to, you know, it's been a while, but I'm going to go ahead and say this is my favorite whiskey I've ever had.
It is absolutely delicious. I'm afraid to drink all of it, though.
I think you have a bit more in that bottle there, so don't think
this is like either a Christmas whiskey or a Halloween. I'm going to say it's a Halloween whiskey. This is a perfect Halloween whiskey because it's got that autumn leaves and that sweetness. I don't want to put water in it, but I'm going to have to. Right?
We have to. It's science after all.
I'm going to put a little more whiskey in just to because I've had a bit, so I'm going to put just a bit more in.
We do this for science.
We do it for science, for posterity, so you don't have to. All right, here we go. Bing.
When you first had that straw in the glass back there, Brian, I thought the toad was actually sipping out of it. I thought it was like in the toad's mouth.
Huh.
If I drink enough of this, it will appear as though the toad is actually drinking it. This smells different.
Huh. Wow. I feel like I'm getting more fire out of it.
Yeah, it's hotter. It's really hotter in the finish. So I get like almost those red hot candies.
Oh yeah, this is more like a fireball.
Spicy candy.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like I like it, but I liked it better before. I think, but I like it, but I liked it better before.
Both ways. This is my favorite one so far.
Another favorite whiskey alert.
Favorite whiskey? This is the first time a guest has said it's their favorite whiskey. I think
So far.
So far. Right? There's still two.
The first one was also very, very good.
Yeah.
So do you guys snack? Do you snack while you're drinking your whiskeys?
We generally don't.
So if I ate a piece of chocolate right now, would that be?
You do you, man. It's interesting. It'll be interesting to see how it affects the taste of the whiskey if you come back to it and try it after the chocolate.
Yeah, usually if you have like snacks for a whiskey tasting, you have something that's a little bit like, not overpowering. Like you'll have some nuts or crackers or cheese, right? But generally not like, garlic,
right, or a curry or something spicy. Yeah. Like you want to keep it fairly neutral so it doesn't really
I'll tell you what,
interfere with your access.
Almond tastes amazing. That would
I can imagine that.
One of the I do love pairing peanuts or almonds with, especially toasted almonds with whiskey. Like they both kind of accentuate the flavors. Like if I'm having a little drink while watching a show, I'll take a sip and then I'll eat some nuts and it just like kind of.
That made the chocolate taste amazing.
Yeah.
That's going to be my excuse for drinking whiskey all the time.
I need to eat this chocolate, but I can't do it without any whiskey.
Let's go back to our trial. Ladies and gentlemen, my client.
I'm just going to pass around this tray of chocolates. My client is innocent.
In the loss of smell and taste trial that I was doing, the judge was he's a funny guy. So the jury would be running out of steam towards the end of the day, and he would bring out a big bowl of candy, and he's putting it there, and all the jurors are like, "Oh my God, the candy!" And the big defense attorney is a big fat guy. He's like, "Oh man, I'm gonna eat like 4 Snickers," and and my client is like this, all sad because he has no smell and taste.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I put him up on the stand, I was like, "Hey, so what do you think of the trial so far?" He goes, "Well, I go, how'd you feel when everybody was eating all those candies?" He goes, "Yeah, well, I kind of felt a little bit jealous. I haven't tasted anything in 4 years."
Mm-hmm.
Dun dun.
So that to me seems like it's an improvised moment for you to like notice that, accept it, and then reflect it back in that moment. I mean, like, so how do you because you do improv for trial. So what you want to talk about that at all?
With this guy, with Joseph.
It's true.
It's a perfect segue.
We teach lawyers to improvise because improvisation is communication and it's connecting with people, and that's a big part of being a lawyer. So,
and we're telling this story to 12 people that don't want to be there sometimes, and you want to make them feel connected. So in that moment, I knew everybody was enjoying the candy, and while they were enjoying it, by the way, it instantly went in my head. I'm like, "Oh, I'm going to destroy the defense." Moment. So I even kept commenting to the defense attorney. Was like, "How's that Snickers?" "Oh man, I love it." Like, "Have another one." I went and got it for him, and then like an hour and a half later, when my client testified, it was so fun. It was
remember that good feeling you just had. Now you feel guilty about it.
Exactly, and they're all like,
Bodie Cooper says, yes, also status, which yes, status is a big part of I remember I was on a jury. I got called in for jury duty, and it was a prostitution case. I didn't actually, and they ended up kicking me off the jury, but I remember the prosecutor was so uncomfortable that I didn't see the trial, but I guarantee he lost that. He lost that case because the defense attorney was like, obviously had tried a lot of cases, was very comfortable, was relaxed. But the prosecutor was like, he was so uncomfortable he couldn't get a sentence out, and
he had a
wouldn't look anyone in the eye
because he had a crush on the prostitute. He was like,
he was just a new lawyer. He was clearly, this was like maybe his first case. Like he
defender. Here you go.
He seemed so. Well, he wasn't. He was the prosecutor though. He wasn't the defense. He was the defense. Yeah. And I was like, yeah.
I thought because the prostitute was making eyes at the prosecutor and he was getting flush.
No, it was just him. It was just him. I felt bad for him. It's like when you see like a stand-up comedian bombing, you're like, oh, this guy's gonna
Yeah.
I don't want to watch this. Like, I don't want to watch. I don't want to. I was glad I got. I was like, I don't want to watch this case. Like, it's, Oh.
You don't like seeing a slow plane crash?
Nope. No one does.
I do, kind of.
Sometimes. Yeah.
Yeah, so when he tried the candy and he didn't want to make the jury feel bad. He said, I was so happy for them because I like seeing people have joy, and it made me remember my childhood, like the giddy feeling, because all of the jurors looked like they were kids again and they were having so much fun. Even the defense attorney, he looked at the defense attorney, he goes, I'm glad he enjoyed his 4 Snickers.
That's weight shaming though, and we don't endorse that.
We do endorse excellent lawyers, which Brian is.
Yeah. That we do.
If you need a lawyer, I've sent people to Brian because like it is. I feel like there's a few professions where you want to be. This is something that I've discovered as I've gotten older. You want someone to recommend someone. It's over here. I live near a fire station. You want, like, if you go to a dentist, you want someone who recommends that dentist. If you go to like a doctor, you want someone who recommends that doctor, an optometrist. But yeah, same thing with a lawyer. Like I when I lived in Atlanta, I was in a hit and run. This 87-year-old woman ran me down in a crosswalk, and I was not happy with I got some money from that, but I was not happy with the outcome. So
it was the lady who ran you over. She the one who referred you to the lawyer? She's like,
No, it was a friend who it was, I did get a reference, but it was like basically a friend had a family attorney, but the person, it was a firm that generally defends insurance companies.
Oh.
It was a firm that defends, like they would generally be on the other side.
Like,
and he was, he was like a younger attorney too. So anyway.
He's like, I don't know how to do this. I understand the my opponent's points. They're very good.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry that happened to you, Joseph. I wish I could have helped.
My shoulder is messed up for my entire life. And, if you had been my attorney, my life would be literally different than it is now.
$8 million, maybe.
Probably.
Yeah.
She left I rolled off of her hood and she left the scene, and we would have never found her except a German man wrote her license plate on his hand. No American did. This German dude did. He wrote the license, and he stayed there with me, and we had to like track him down because he went back to Germany.
And then when you shook his hand, you wiped off the.
Thank you so much. Oh
no!
No. It was like Buckaroo Banzai. I licked my hand, and then he stuck it on my forehead, and there was like electricity, and that was That's a really obscure reference.
That's a deep cut, man.
I just casually reached over to grab this whiskey just to drink it.
Oh, but it looks
empty.
Empty.
We should move on to the next one, I think.
I think it's time. I think it's absolutely time to move on to the next one.
Oh, man. Yeah, I will say water. I would say water, yes, but it's different.
I'm kind of neutral on it. Like, yeah, try it with it, but I kind of
both tasted delicious with both.
Here we go. Batch 4 from Tamdhu. These are cask strength. They're not single casks, so it is married at the distillery. So it's from multiple sherry casks. It's a sherry oak cask at 57.8%, and that's basically all they tell you. Batch 4, they don't tell you an age. Batch strength. That's all they say. So let's figure out what it is. But look at the bottle. I think it's actually kind of
beautiful bottle.
You do it. Yeah. It seems paler than the previous one. Yeah.
I think so. A bit. I think we're just like by tiny shades going down in paleness.
Does the alcohol strength have anything to do with the color ever?
They're kind of uncorrelated, as is flavor, as is age. I've had some 20-year-old whiskeys in bourbon barrels that are all just pale, very, very light gold colors. And I've had ones that are in, charred bourbon barrels that are darker. It really comes down to how does it smell and how does it taste? And I think just about everything else is interesting. It's an interesting note. Like, yeah, it's okay. So I don't think these sherry barrels have an awful lot of sherry left in them. This must be a lot of second fill sort of things, third fill.
These have all been sherry casks, right? Everything we've had so
far, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I definitely get that smell of like that, that sort of organic, sweet,
kind of fruit, kind of forward smell in the nose.
Fruit cakey, yeah.
Fruit cakey, yes. I was thinking fruit cake. But Joseph, would you like some more fruit cake?
Yes, Grandma. I'll just put it here on the plate next to the hard
Yeah,
candy.
you haven't touched your ribbon candy.
Yes.
Okay. I know I'm gonna.
All right.
If you don't take them, Joseph, I have to eat them.
Yeah, my grandma never gave us ribbon candy. Actually, my grandma made this amazing apple pie. That my brother, he had to find the recipe for it. Like he had to have it, and he makes it now. Because my grandmother is no longer with us. But yeah, it was like she would like boil the apples into almost like an applesauce consistency, and then anyway. I'm going to taste this because based on your faces,
guys, this is the best one.
Favorite whiskey alert.
It's so thick and like creamy in my mouth.
I absolutely agree. This is my favorite whiskey.
This is crazy.
Absolutely. It's so good. This is so
Vanilla?
good.
What else is that? It's so yummy, but it's like molasses and
this is like a creme brulee to me, like a creme rich, like that caramelized sugar on top and the delicious creamy under like this. Yeah. Oh, that's good.
Oh boy.
Wow. I'm going to become an alcoholic. That's it.
You don't have to.
Because
we're having half ounces of these things. We're just having little bits. You'd have in this show we're consuming about 2 ounces of whiskey, which is a single bar shot. So you're having a drink, and you're sampling 5 actually great whiskeys, and you're tasting this variety of flavors. I really hope I'm not an alcoholic. I'd be dead if I was an alcoholic. I've got so much whiskey in my house. It's insanity.
Yeah. You wouldn't even have that much whiskey if you were an alcoholic.
That's true.
You have no whiskey. You have nothing left.
But
I've been watching Boardwalk Empire. I've been binge watching 5 seasons with my son. And it's all about whiskey. I mean, that's really what it is.
Surprising to me, this is a higher alcoholic content than the last one, but so much smoother.
Very
true. How does that doesn't make any sense to me? Like there's more booze in this, but you can't tell. Like it's crazy. Whiskey's crazy.
Oh, but it's really nice.
Yeah, it is.
I think their batch 1 of their batch strength releases was better than this. I only have about that much left in the bottle though, so I couldn't share it with you.
Oh. Wow. So good. It doesn't have that like burning bite like the other ones.
And I know that I've had Tamdhu before, but this is the first time I've really, I think, noticed it. Like I was like, ooh.
When you lick the edge of the glass, it has like a delightful taste, like it was hanging out there.
We should ask Thad.
Oh yes, Thad. Are you tasting along with us here? Thad is our technician, working on the back end to make us look lovely like this.
And this is one of the, I think this is the first one so far that is so good. I don't want to put water in it because I'm afraid of what it'll do.
Yeah, it could change it for the worse. And I think Tamdhu Batch 4 might still be available at K&L in Hollywood if you're looking for it. So.
Batch 4 is this Batch 4, or you're talking about
this is Batch 4? Batch 1 is long gone.
Yeah,
I'm gonna try it just because I'm newbie at this.
All right.
Yep.
1 drop.
Bing.
Too much, Brian.
Can we cut to the jurors and the drunk trial deliberating?
I don't know. I think he looks
See
innocent.
the tie on that guy.
All right.
That's going to be most of the show, is the jurors deliberating.
Yeah.
There's someone passed out in the background. Someone's throwing up. Two people are arguing. Yeah.
Making out. Jurors making out.
Yeah, that'll happen.
Can we please make this show?
Yeah.
Drunk Justice, is that what it's called?
Drunk Justice. And there's
Drunk
a picture. There's a picture of like, you know, Justice and holding like a scale, but in each side, one side's a bottle, the other side is like a glass. Yeah.
Justice
Or maybe instead
drunk.
of a sword, they have like a bottle, and then the two sides are two glasses, and they're like Drunk Justice.
Yeah.
Trademark.
We trademark it.
I don't think that's how you get trademarks.
No, you say trademark. That's it.
Trademark really on.
We own it. Drunk Justice. Yeah, I almost said
Added
Junk
water.
Justice. That's how.
Added water to it.
What do you
And?
think?
It's smoother. The bite went away.
Andrew's
Going in
putting
and-
water in.
And it's more caramelly, like even more candy-like. And it's just very, very good. It's very tasty.
I will try it.
My friend Dave Chonin, who's watching, is going to be so happy because I went to law school with him for 25 years and we practiced law together. And he always drinks scotch and whiskey, and I'll never drink it. But now I will.
Well, we like Dave more than you. I'm just going to have to say it right up front.
All right. But
I
wait,
do like the nose.
I just said I liked it.
Like it really smells more carnival, more sugary, more. Yeah, I like what it does to the nose for sure.
Where's your cat, Joseph?
I'm in the office, so the cat's not here.
Where's my dog? Ridley.
Mm.
Oh, it gets more of that.
More of this. More of this.
I'm going to dance my flavor interpretation.
It does make it. It is smoother, but I feel like there's more spice on the end.
Yes, I noticed that just now. It was like spicy at the very last taste. When you go like this,
And if you're not doing that, you're not drinking whiskey correctly. You gotta
move.
I'm going to keep it in your mouth, swirl it around.
Very, very good.
So, Brian, did you come to improv first, or did you come to improv after getting the lawyering degree?
So I always was like a kid actor growing up, but when I was in law school and I started doing trial advocacy and doing mock trials, I said, you know what, this is kind of like acting, because I had stopped acting for a little while. And then I saw a ad for an improv class, and I went and took it. I was like, bing. And that's when I started really delving into improvisation. And I found that the performance of doing theater in the courtroom was so important. In fact, going back to this last, again, I'll just talk about it. The loss of sense of smell trial, I did the closing argument, a big portion of it, as a game show host. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for America's favorite game show, Tell the Truth. Yes, Tell the Truth, where you, the studio audience and jury, get to decide if this defendant, Terminex, was telling the truth or lying through their teeth. I'm your host, Brian Breiter, and let's go through the evidence for 20 minutes.
The judge never shut you down and threw you out.
Judge was laughing.
Judge was probably like, oh, this is the best trial I've ever been to. Yeah.
But that's the skill of being an improviser. You will know if the judge is going to allow that or not. You can tell. You can tell. Yeah, you can tell.
Another time I did it as a 1940s radio show. Ladies and gentlemen, it's time for another episode of Supermom and a Half. Yes, Supermom, the mom with amazing powers. And this week's episode, Supermom and a Half loses her powers after getting hit on the head by a Pilates board that was negligently secured to the wall of the gym. And then I proceeded to tell the tale. And the judge in that case was Judge McLaughlin, 84-year-old guy who's like this. Because we had talked about radio shows. I don't know what brought it up, but so I knew I had a friendly judge and I can get away with that.
Yeah, you have to read the crowd.
Yeah.
I just want to point out that the people in the chat are desperately trying to get a hype train going so that they can force to shave off part of my beard, but you ain't there yet.
You're not there yet.
What do we need to do to get a hype train?
You have to cheer bits and gift subscriptions, and I don't know.
We don't really know.
What if we all say hype train at the same time? 1, 2, 3.
Hype
train.
Ah, that didn't do it.
I didn't do it. Okay, good.
You don't want to shave your beard.
I will do it. I don't see a hype train going on. Is there one?
No hype train yet.
Like that seems a lot. There's like what?
If anyone in the chat knows how to start a hype train, let us know because we're not sure. People are throwing more cheers.
Oh my god! Ian.
It's mostly Ian who's trying to get a hype train going.
Yes, I think I'm old is a completely valid defense. How dare you?
That's a defense in law too.
Yeah,
he's old, ladies and gentlemen of the jury.
I'm old.
He's old.
Oh, this is so good.
Very yummy.
Huh. Oh, just so good.
I'm trying to figure out this hype train thing. I'm trying to cheer.
I think you have to buy bits and then you cheer the bits.
Oh.
I think I can actually cheer bits on my own show. I think I can do that.
Oh, there we are. I'm going to add a little comment there.
Oh, hype train
incoming.
All right, chat. Let me know what do I got to take off? What am I doing here? What am I doing?
I think that Tipsy Asparagus was the one who created the hype train because they just. So I think they should have a say on what you're getting shaved.
Yeah, I think Tipsy. I think it's up to you. What am I doing?
I got to sign.
Chin says Ian.
I said mutton chops, but it wouldn't let me put it in the chat.
Really? I'm waiting for. Tipsy says chin as well. So, what do you mean? Just a channel down here on the chin. So I've got kind of like biker chops. Is that what you're saying?
I think that's what they're saying. Yeah.
Yeah.
Biker chops it.
Cover my whiskey though, because I'm not gonna.
Yeah, don't get hair in the whiskey. Meanwhile, Brian and I will talk about other stuff.
Yeah. What would you like to talk about?
Well, Brian and I have been in
our improv for lawyers class that we're doing this week.
We could talk about the improv for lawyers class that we're doing this week. Yeah.
Or just the shows we've done.
Where can we watch that class, Brian? Where can people who are lawyers?
Go to caseanalysis.com. Case Analysis. It's put on by a guy named Dan Ambrose who gets some of the best attorneys in the nation to present trials, talk about their various trials that they've had. And we're going to be teaching improv to many of those lawyers. And it's going to be really fun. I'm so excited. We did a practice run and it worked.
Yeah.
It worked. And I love having Joseph because he's top guy.
I'm okay. Whatever.
How many shows have we done together, Joseph?
Hundreds, probably. Like over 100. Like actual shows.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah.
Easy.
I have like somewhere I have a cork board with a bunch of postcards from Acme. There's like Sword of the Cross. We've done Bada Bing. We've done
Spawner Island.
Yeah, Improv Outcast. You're talking about Improv Outcast?
Improv Outcast, right. Hello, Caminot.
Caminot. That was the big one, yeah.
That was one of my
Caminot, Canada.
Caminot.
I look more Scottish now.
You do.
Oh,
Wait, get closer to the camera. That's awesome. Please don't ever get rid of that. You look
That's a good look.
You look like an old-timey president. I'm trying to think which one.
Taft or
right.
Cannon, what's this old Cannon side? I don't know, something like that.
Ironsides. These are strong whiskeys today. They're strong.
They are.
Strong.
I'm really happy. And we got one more.
We do. We haven't even like this is, and once again, like going along with the trend, this is the pay list. And if the trend continues, it will be the most delicious.
Mm-hmm.
And I do know Scotch Malt Whiskey Society.
This is number
Pucker Up Buttercup.
39.188 Pucker Up Buttercup. It is from Linkwood, which is a distillery that someone still hasn't told me if this is part of Diageo or not. I think it might be.
Wait a minute.
I'm not going to read the tasting notes just yet. It is an 8-year-old. It is from Speyside. Refill ex bourbon barrel. And I opened it for the first time to pour into the sample bottles that I sent you guys, and the smell, the aroma, just really different. So I'm very excited about this one.
And what do I always say about Scotch Malt Whiskey Society?
You fucking love the Scotch Malt Whisky Society.
I
think that's right. I think I quoted you correctly.
It's very
part of Diageo. Thank you.
Light in color, very, very pale.
Yep. It is. This is the palest of all so far.
Ex-bourbon cask.
Ooh.
Wow.
Oh, there's
morality
to it. There's a
very strong smell.
Yeah.
Not overwhelming.
And this is the strongest, like as far as alcoholic content, this is the strongest we've had today.
We're into the 60s here. 62.
But you wouldn't know that.
There's like a grapey smell.
From the nose, you would not think this was a high alcohol thing.
Yeah. How is that possible? I don't understand it.
I'm going to drink some water now.
Yeah, that's a good idea. Yeah. Insane Clown Posse should have been like, whiskey, no one knows how it works, instead of magnets, because magnets are understood, but whiskey is not. Wow.
Have you tried it yet?
This is my favorite whiskey. This is my favorite
all right.
whiskey. I think we have a level 2 hype train going on.
Oh my God.
This is so good. Just trim the cheeks. That's all. Just clean up. Clean up.
I'm going to wait. The chat gets to say. I think this was all Bodie Cooper doing it.
Are you allowed to like make
Commander Data appeared?
Someone's,
what if I asked you to shave your eyebrows? Would you do it?
No, that's no. Eyebrows this good? No, those don't get touched.
What do we have to do to get the eyebrows?
Lisette?
No. Hey, Lisette.
Hype spacecraft?
Oh, man.
No, the eyebrows are not in play, but pretty much anything else is. So let me have it.
All right.
What the hype train level 2? I think that deserves something else to get shaved.
Choose a side. Make him shave one side.
One side of the face. Yeah. Whatever. I think Bodie Cooper, this one's on you. Oh, we're on the level 4 hype train. 96% of it.
Oh my gosh.
Cow.
We're like an elevated hype train. Like this is like the sort of hype train that Spider-Man stops, like from going off of an edge.
This web.
Yeah.
I just tasted this thing.
I know it's good, right?
It is my favorite whiskey.
I agree. It's my favorite whiskey as well.
I saw earlier. So the graphic, the favorite whiskey graphic, was made by our guest next week, Aaron Harvey, and he earlier said I need to redo that favorite whiskey icon because he did that just in like 12 seconds and sent it off to us. So that'd be great, Aaron. We can debut it next week for you. I just noticed this comment here too. I need a reason for acquittal from the audience. Like that, there's improv lawyering.
Brian, what were you saying?
Yes, sir.
Is this your favorite whiskey?
It's my second favorite.
All right, that's fair.
Fair enough. Was the
subjective?
Was the Tamdhu?
If I had a 2, it would be a 2. The other one was my favorite.
Yeah, the Tamdhu was really good.
Okay,
That's
I'm gonna
really
good.
I'm gonna have to check out and see how much that costs at K&L. I probably can't afford it, but I'm gonna look at it anyway.
I'm going to find out here. Let me see. Go to the database. They have decided? What is it?
Like some sort of Hunger Games aristocrat.
So like this. So there's the mutton chops are no longer attached to the handlebar mustache. So just do the channels here. Is that what they're saying?
The handlebar mustache should remain.
Okay,
Have
so just
mustache and maybe like an inch between the mustache and the mutton chop.
Yeah.
Just this width right here. Just like,
Yeah.
Okay. I'm gonna get a mirror to do that because trying to do it in the Zoom where it's not mirroring me, it was too hard.
You're not careful.
This is $90, and I think you have to go to K&L to find out if it's the Tamdhu, if it's batch 4, if it's still available. I'm pretty sure it is. I didn't think it was a high seller. I'll get the mirror. I'll be right back, peoples. You guys,
that's not bad.
Stuff again.
It's tempting at less than 100, but still.
Oh, I fucking love this. Oh my god,
that's good. It's really good.
Yummy. I'm getting a little tipsy.
It happens. And you are number one.
Well, I was trying to rate my whiskey, so this was number 2. They didn't have a number 2 badge. This is my second. The other one earlier,
trying to
the Tamdhu
usurp the powers of our tech. Is that what you're trying to do, Brian?
Yeah, I'm trying to
take control. I'm now the tech of the show.
I like those John Lennon glasses on you.
Yeah, I can bring it back.
Yeah.
At some point, I should throw some snap camera. Oh wow, look at that.
This guy, huh? I'll get rid of the background.
Yeah, I'm going to be doing a show later, like on Halloween. Actually, that's going to be using a lot of Snapchat filters, snap camera filters. Hey, welcome to my office. This is a film noir. All of a sudden, wait, hold on, look. The most realistic of filters.
Oh, look at that guy. Walked into my office like he was Private Dick himself. What do you want, Mac?
He walked in and he started his own monologue about what he thought I was thinking.
Look at this chop.
Oh my gosh.
Make your channels?
Yeah. Now give us a Hunger Games monologue.
About the wall.
Talk about some district that you don't think is going to win or something.
District 7. They're full of despicable lowlifes with no future. They are going down. Their champion will be eaten by the other contestants. They will have arrows shot into their eyeballs and then pulled out and roasted on a fire.
Andrew, how many Hunger Games have you seen?
Exactly 0. Exactly 0.
That's what I would have guessed.
Okay, good.
I thought you said Game of Thrones. And I was like, wow.
Yeah.
What was that? Not? There was like bow and arrows. I knew that.
Oh, that was good. That was good Hunger Games.
Tribute from each zone. I don't know.
Oh my god. I love watching. This is one of my favorite things in improv is watching someone pretend to do a genre or like a style when they have
No idea.
the only experience they have of it is what other people have said to them. They've not watched it. It's so
Wow.
fun.
This just gave me the chills all over my body when I had the last sip.
Oh man. Yeah, is anybody putting science in this?
Fuck you. I mean, no. You need to. You go ahead.
Brian's gonna. Our guest is gonna science it. I'm not gonna.
He's an idiot.
What? Your Honor, I object to that.
I want to call this a hostile witness.
I lost my sense of humor. He lost his sense of taste.
Oh.
I had a client
I
that
keep
lost,
this for Monday's meetings.
no. I had a client that lost his sense of direction, and then he didn't show up for the trial.
No.
Yeah, just made that up. That was improv right there.
What?
I loved it though. We're not getting drunk at all.
No. We're 100% sober.
Can we break out some Foster Brooks comedy?
Yeah. Oh, you had some Foster Brooks.
Oh, yeah.
I'm not.
Preamble.
You have the beard. You look more like Foster Brooks than I do.
Yeah, you should retell the joke he told during before the warm up before we started.
Let me see if I can remember it.
It was ice fishing.
Yeah, my brother-in-law and I went ice fishing. Went out and we brought back 200 pounds of ice. Then his wife cooked us up it for dinner, and we nearly drowned.
He really stuck the punch. He stuck the punchline.
Yeah.
Bodie Cooper
Brian
has
told
an internet joke. One time I was assigned room 404 in the hotel, but I never found it.
Is there a
Wow.
We loved it, Ian. We loved it.
What does that mean?
It's an internet joke, you know.
No, like you go to a page, it's not found. It goes 404.
404. I get it.
Page not found.
I'm gonna
Oh,
do
man.
all my Zoom depositions out here in front of the fireplace.
Yeah, this
You
is a
should.
great setting. I love that setting.
But I feel like you should have like a snifter of brandy for each of them. Welcome to the deposition.
Sir.
How would you characterize what happened to you on July 13th?
I thought you were going to say, how would you
If
care
that is
to be
your real
disposed?
name.
You're right. It's not my real name. Hmm.
The eyebrow lift works so much better on Zoom. You ready?
Can you do both?
Both?
No, like one and then the other.
Oh, no. That's a recessive gene. It's like Park Cro-Magnon.
What?
Yeah.
It's all about working the forehead.
Jagrom, hello.
Jugram, we're about to end the show, but welcome.
What? What do I do with all this whiskey?
Drink it off air.
I don't have to give it back.
No. I will come by and collect the bottles at some point because
Okay.
I've got like 80 bottles floating around this city and I need to collect them because I can't keep just buying new bottles. So I'll be back. I'll be by.
Okay.
While we're wrapping up, this is absolutely my favorite whiskey. This is so good, and just make Thad do the title one more time. I want to thank Outpost 13 for hosting us here. You can subscribe. Thank you for getting the hype train going. That's so fantastic. I'm going to keep this for at least 2 days. I'm going to go to work on Monday with this. I mean, go to work. I'll be right here in the same chair, but on work calls instead of whiskey calls. So thank you. Also, thank you, Thad, who has been our tech person. Thank you, Cody Bushi, who created our bot in the chat that keeps telling nice things about us. I don't know. Oh, stay tuned later tonight at 9 o'clock, I think 9:30. There is Tales by Fire tonight, and it's a single-person RPG. So, role-playing game. Yeah, RPG.
Yeah, RPG.
So he's doing it all
Not
himself, and he's
rocket-propelled grenade.
getting his suggestions in the chat and communicating with the chat. And I have not been able to watch it live yet to be in the chat with them, but I've watched it in reruns, and it's so compelling. And he's got a very, very interesting graphic look to it. Anyways, check it out. Subscribe to Outpost 13. There's so many good shows. That's all I'm going to say. Hey,
I have a question for Brian, actually.
oh really? Oh, before we go, what?
The improv class that Joseph and I are doing. Go to our Instagram.
Is it right there below him? Yes, it is. Okay.
Improv for Trial. Joseph, you could put that up there at improv and at Law Breiter. Law Breiter. You could find out about our improv class for trial lawyers, and then stay tuned for Drunk Justice.
Coming soon. Absolutely.
Coming soon.
100%.
Drunk Justice, trademark us. Trademark us. We trademark it.
And I don't know, Andrew, you might be able to play the judge with that mutton chops you got going on right now.
I think, you know what? Like for Drunk Justice, let's just say the judge should be played by a different actor or actress every week.
Every week.
But plays the same character. They wear like it's like, like
the Kentucky Fried Chicken
yeah,
like the new.
I was gonna go back to Andy Kaufman and that like guy he would always play, that like jerk.
Yes.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Oh, what was the name of that character?
It's in the chat. Just
I don't
wait,
remember.
It's in the chat any moment now.
Yeah. It was like it's yeah. Anyway, I have a real important question.
We don't have a heart out though, by the way, so we can spend a few extra minutes.
Oh,
all right. Maybe I don't have an important question for Brian.
Well, because I mean, like, I still want to enjoy this, and I'm loving the chat. I love you people, and it's not just the whiskey talker. I love you people.
Yeah, and as soon as the show is over, we stop drinking. Like, we don't drink anymore once the show stops. So we have to enjoy it on screen and not later.
Otherwise, what's the point?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm like bastardizing this whole process by eating chocolates.
Yeah,
but
you are. Totally. It's invalid. Your input's invalid.
Base chocolate tastes amazing. But I'll wash my.
I can actually, I get that because I mean, we had chocolate notes in some of these earlier whiskeys. I can absolutely believe that.
Yeah.
All right, we ask your question, Joseph. That's fine.
Can I?
Yeah.
May I?
You may.
I have a question for you, Brian. What? So you've had a few whiskeys today, and you've liked a lot of them, and I just wonder, after having them, do you like whiskey?
Am I under oath?
You are.
You did swear in before this episode began.
It's my first time trying whiskey, and I was unsure how I was going to feel, and after sitting here for the last hour and trying these, I wasn't sure how I was going to feel, but
Take your time, breathe.
no, I've made a decision. I don't love whiskey. I fucking love whiskey.
That's all I want to hear, man.
That's all I wanted to know. All I wanted to hear. Hey, everybody. Thank you for joining us. Everyone in the chat, so great. Thank you for making the hype train happen. Thank you for making my face happen. Thank you, Joseph, for being there every week. Thank you, Brian, for being our guest this week. Thad, Cody, Post 13. Thank you, everybody. Just thank you. I fucking love you. It's not the whiskey talking.
I fucking love you too. And I fucking love whiskey.
I fucking love you guys and fucking love whiskey.
Bye, everybody.